You know, I really started out in high school. That's where I really learned how to fish. And then from there, I went to college. Well, it just so happens in 1985 that Gibbons Creek Reservoir was a small power plant lake that just, you know, kind of went crazy. It caught the whole state, the whole nation really kind of captive, that it had some giant bass and it had timber everywhere. People were going there to catch fish, and so I decided I was going to go guide there. I went to Texas A&M University and I started guiding on Gibbons Creek Reservoir. And from that point on, you know, most of the tournament fishing in Texas at that point was East Texas. Sam Rayburn, Toledo Bend, Livingston, Palestine, some of those lakes that are so famous in Texas. And so I started going and fishing tournaments at those. A lot of them were team tournaments. There was also the old Redman circuit. And I started fishing tournaments at that point and started having some success at it. And I actually started thinking, hey, you know, maybe this is something I can do for a living. You know, I just enjoyed fishing. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I could think about on the weekends. That's all I wanted to do. Well, then all of a sudden I figure out that there's guys making a living doing this, you know, tournament fishing, or at least what I perceived as they were making a living. And so I started really working at trying to figure out how to be one of those guys. And so the start of it is just getting out there and just fishing like crazy. Early on, I mean, when I was in high school, I went out with a guy named Jody Jackson. It was a childhood friend, a guy that I just respected and knew a lot about, and he was a great fisherman. And man, we went out and he skips under docks and he catches a bunch of fish. Well, I figure out he's fishing tournaments. He's going out and competing. And so I started competing with him and then competing on my own. I just love the competition of it.
Old bluegill.